All right, what's good, everybody? Dustin Tibbetts, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. Got a short one for you today. Really short, by the way. If you happen to miss our class yesterday, go back on our channel and check it out. We did a class on what happens if you buy at the absolute high of every single market peak just before the markets crashed. How would you end up? It's the kind of thing we like to teach our clients. So we did a quick video and did an open house so that you guys can see how that goes. So also, if you have a second, check us out at jazzwealth.com. If you need investing help, a financial advisor that actually has a fiduciary responsibility to you and manages their own funds, right? We don't go out and buy mutual funds. We don't sell mutual funds. We have our own funds that we invest, and we update you. We let you know how things go. And of course, we make sure we have the performance that you're looking for. Well, today I wanted to keep kind of a short video for the middle of the week here. I want to talk about some simple things you can do to get your dough straight, right? I always say we need to get your dough straight, because if we can do that, then that means you'll be a good investor. You won't go pulling from your IRA or your 401k when times get tough and pay the 20%, the 10%, the total 30% penalty on those things. You'll be just fine. So here's what we're gonna do. Today we're gonna talk about 4 things that you can do to improve your money situation. And look, I get to see all of our clients, how they move their money around. If any of you use Nest Egg, the new Nest Egg, by the way, you do need to change. If you haven't got the new Nest Egg, send me an email. I'll do it personally for you. But the old Nest Egg will be toast as of the end of the month. We're actually going to delete everything. You don't have to close anything. We'll do it for you. But if you're using the new Nest Egg, I get to see what you're doing. Right? I see how you move your money, the things you buy. I get alerts on all the things that you do. So call it Big Brother, but call it, you know, the company that you hired to make sure you're doing the right thing. So I love helping with that sort of thing. And so watching people, you know, there's a lot of people doing the right thing. They see our videos, they understand what to do as far as investments and their other accounts and stuff. But there's so many people that I've encountered both on the phone with phone calls as well as our customers that they just make some weird decisions. And so I want to help, I want to teach, but I thought I'd go over a few things that I noticed today. Number one, we're going to make this really simple. I want you to start by automating your dough, right? Automate your dough. Everybody hates doing this. And I think like 10, 15 years ago, I can understand this. But what I'm saying is, I want you to automate the bills that you have. I want you to automate the gym membership. Nobody wants to do that, right? You go to the gym, they say, oh, it's, you know, it's 30 bucks a month to sign up. Give us your credit card and we'll bill you every month. Your first thought is, oh no, I don't want automated billing, because you're already thinking about quitting the gym, right? So whether it's car insurance or the gym, everyone always thinks of the negatives first. But if you can start to automate the payments that you have, well, there's no games that are going to be played, right? The car insurance company is not going to charge you more without telling you about it. The gym's not going to charge you more without telling you about it. So everybody has this fear of automating their dough. But when it comes to your investments at work, you automate that. Goes right into your 401k, doesn't it? Comes right out of your paycheck, goes in there. You have to go through friggin' Fort Knox to try to stop that, but you don't care, right? So everything in your life that you can automate, if it's a credit card payment and you can add $50, $100 extra, automate that. Do it without thinking about it, because you know what's going to happen. That 15th of the month or 20th, whenever you owe your credit card, is going to come, and you made a $5, $10, $20 extra payment. That all adds up, man. And just because you automated it. Whereas if you get the bill and you're sitting there by the computer or using your phone and you go to pay it, you're like, geez, I'm just going to pay whatever. If you automate it, you're doing it from a position of power. You're sitting there going, I want to, you know, make a dent in all of this, and I can afford. You have thought it through, whereas if it's the end of the month and you're paying bills, you're just going to pay the minimum. So I want you to automate your dough. If you're one of our customers at Jazz Wealth, I want you to set up recurring contributions. You could do $5 a week. Any amount doesn't matter, because we use fractional shares. So if you have an IRA, you've got to keep contributing to it, right? So if you're one of our customers, I'm going to charge you whether you contribute or not, right? So let's go, let's build this thing. And since there is no minimum, of course, you can do whatever you like. Happy to help if you're not sure what that number should be. We can talk about the goal and go from there. But anyways, that's not this video. I want you to automate your dough, okay? Everything you can automate and get on schedule, do it. Computers aren't going to mess with you, right? There's no games that are going to be played, so don't worry about that. Number 2, you're going to focus on investing first and spending second, right? We got to change your mindset. So this becomes second. Investing first, spending second, all right? I don't mean retirement. Now you might think, he's just promoting his own brand here. Of course I am. I wear this shirt every day. But I don't mean investing for retirement. I mean invest for anything. You know, you don't have to just save for retirement. You can invest, obviously, in real estate. You can invest in other people taking out loans. There's all kinds of micro loans. You can do that. You can invest in yourself, start a business. You could invest in just a simple taxable account and invest for maybe starting a business 10 years from now, or buying a house, or you could invest for your kids' future. So a lot of people get sort of focused on the retirement thing, and that's great. We want to do that. But if we can get your mindset thinking about what is it that I can invest in first, and second, what can I spend my dough on? Now we've got investing money that's going to grow. You can spend your dough on it because you made some money by investing. So I'm not one of those that says only invest for retirement. You can invest for anything you like. And it doesn't even have to be in the market. It doesn't even have to be with us here at Jazz Wealth. It can be real estate, right? You could partner up with somebody and invest in real estate. If you want to start a business, I'm all for it. I can't tell you, for some reason, truckers. There are so many people coming to us right now that just started trucking businesses. I'm thinking I'm in the wrong business because I'm hearing what these guys are making, and I'm seriously probably 18 different calls, at least 20 calls. It has to be more than that. People that were starting trucking businesses. So good for them. I'm always going to support that and point you in the right direction. So think about investing first, spending second, okay? Number 3, now that we've kind of started to do this, we're going to plan, 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 right? You could use nest egg if you want. You could use a piece of paper. Here, actually, here's mine. This is from yesterday. This is a piece of paper I print out every day. Some of the things are constants, where like right now, like 1 p.m. do the class. After this, I have a series of tasks that I do. Then I get prepared for other stuff and I go throughout the day. But I have this piece of paper every single day. It shows up on my desk and I start writing down all the extra stuff that are sort of snuck in there. Somebody wants to talk or somebody needs something extra. So you can write it down. You can write down your investing plan, whatever it is you've decided to invest in and spend on second. You could use a platform to do it like Nest Egg, or you could use, even, what's the other one? There's other apps. I can't think of the names of the apps where you just put all this stuff in there. You could go old school and write it down like I do, but, take notes. It was Richard Branson says, doesn't matter how you take notes and plan, just do it. When inspiration calls, you have to capture it. And this one's sort of weird, but if you've ever contacted me in the middle of the night, I usually respond. And I don't know why it is, but around like 11 o'clock at night Eastern time till about 2 in the morning, I get a second wind. And I just want to conquer the world. So that's usually when I've got these pieces of paper next to me, and that's where all this stuff starts to come in. This is at the end of the day. So that's where all that comes in because I think of stuff, and it usually has to do with growth, moving in the right direction, investment, things that we can do to just get better and better. So make sure you plan, right? That's kind of a simple one, a no-brainer. Number 4, I want you to put debt to the, I can't talk and write. Put debt to the front of your focus, right? Not all debt is bad. I'm not one of those guys that says you have to have 0 debt to accomplish anything in life. I actually do believe strongly in some types of debt because it makes sense, especially at this point in our lifetimes. You couldn't have said that 20 years ago. You could make the argument for having no debt. But right now, with interest rates where they are, it only makes sense for some debt, right? Because you're paying very, very little for it, and the value of your cash, what you could invest it for or where you could put that cash, is more valuable than paying off that debt. So some debt I understand, I don't mind that. By the way, on our website, I'm going to take it down soon. If you want the budgeting course, if you're one of our customers, it's free. You get that budgeting course. It is a very, very comprehensive course, but if you want it, let me know. Otherwise, if you're not a customer of Jazz Wealth, it is still available. I think it was $65. All proceeds are going to support Drum Corps America next weekend and the weekend after. I'm going to take lots of pictures and stuff and share it with you guys. So excited to do that. But if you want the budgeting class, it's still there probably till the end of the month, and then we're going to change the whole website anyways. But anyways, put the debt to the forefront. What I mean by that, credit cards. student loan debt. Those got to go, right? If someone calls me and says, Dustin, I'm so excited, I saw your videos, I want to invest for my future, I only have $25,000 in student loan debts, I only have $16,000 in credit cards, my mind tends to go, wait a minute, look, thanks, I'm so thankful you want to use us as a service, but I'd rather have you use us as a service when you can consistently contribute with a clear mind and a clear debt conscious. Now, I don't mind if you have a home, I don't mind if you bought a car, as long as it's reasonable, but I do mind that credit card debt. You've got to put that to the forefront. You can have a little credit card debt and be working towards it, but you can't call and be, hey, I'm 25 years old and I got $25,000 in credit card debt. It's not time, right? I'm all for investing, and yes, you can start small and put in $100 or whatever, but I can't beat the return, or I can't beat what you're paying in credit card debt. So in the best of years, last year, stock market returned 18%. Our portfolio, our aggressive portfolio, did better. That's rare, right? That was the only time in my history that we were able to beat what the credit cards charge you. So you got to really focus on that, okay? So number one, automate your dough. Don't be scared of it. Just get in there and automate everything you can. Number two, investing first, then spending second. Number three, I want you to focus on a plan. Just plan it out. Write it on your mirror in the bathroom for all I care. Get one of these like fake chalk wall sort of things and write all over that. That's cool. And number four, whatever you do, make sure debt is the first thing you're trying to conquer. The debts that don't make any sense, because I can't have you all with debt. Think about what happens. You end up with a lot of debt. You think you're investing for retirement. The economy goes south. All of a sudden you need money, you can't get it from the debt because nobody's giving you any money anymore. All that borrowing you were doing is frozen. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to your IRA, you're going to go to your 401k, and I can't have that, right? It's a waste of your time. You're missing out on growth. It just makes more sense to do it that way. Champ says, when you do spend, are they on credit cards or cash only? We love your opinion on the churning credit cards for the cashback travel rewards. We did a video on this, and it wasn't my study. It was, I believe it was credit.com's study that said only 6% of people can actually do that cashback travel rewards thing successfully and beat the system. I got a lot of grief for that video. A lot of people posted, I'm one of the 6%, I'm one of the 6%. I want to believe everybody, but I'm going to go with the stats where they actually studied like 2.5 million people. I got to believe that that is correct. So can you do it? 100%. I did it for a while, but I just, to me, I don't have a need for it anymore. I don't even waste the time with it. But can you do it? Yes. Only 6% of you will get a greater benefit than the cost of doing it. So very interesting study. Maybe something we'll touch on again. But boy, I got some negative comments for that one. People thought I was bashing it. It wasn't my study. I just referenced a study, but no worries. It's the internet. I get it. Anyways, that's all I got for you. We'll be back at 5 o'clock today to do the stock market update. Interesting day in the stock market, by the way. You may want to stay tuned for that. Of course, we will cover it for you and for our customers as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. If I helped you in any way, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you again at 5 o'clock Eastern.